We start them early at the Siragan Armenian Dance Company of Chicago because we feel it's important to instill in these kids a love and appreciation of their heritage and their culture and their music and their dances and their camaraderie with one another. But I did want to make one interesting point, I think, with respect to the last dance you saw. These kids, their dedication goes way beyond, obviously, the picnics that we do over the summer. That dance was dedicated to Artsakh, to Qarabağ, as you could probably tell from the words of the song. And for Armenians, we've experienced a lot of trauma over the last century, but this particular couple of years have been extremely traumatic. And these kids have done everything within their power to reach out in any and every way that they can. And the reason why I wanted to say that is not just because of their performance here. They understand the meaning of these dances. We just came off in June of our live stage production, a multimedia dance and music production called Natives, which was dedicated to the Artsakh Armenians and the history of our struggle there. But more importantly, I wanted just to show you their individual commitment. During the blockade and even before the blockade of the Artsakh Armenians, these kids, after practices on Fridays, would go out with one another, and then they would go home, and they would hop on a Zoom meeting, which we called The Bridge, where they would connect with kids their age in high school, in college, in Artsakh, so that they could speak to those kids and give them moral support, to have friends outside of those horrendous conditions that they were in during the blockade of malnutrition and starvation. So I want to give these kids a round of applause for really doing a job that all of us should be doing, and should have been doing. So with that, I assure you these kids are not only committed to dance, but to their heritage, and you can see that when they perform with meaning the way they do. Now, to make that happen, that means that young kids need to be inspired. So I think with a huge round of applause, we're going to welcome the youngest of the Siragan Armenian Dance Company of Chicago dancers, and let's make some noise for them, and they'll keep the smiles on their faces. Let's go.